So week 2 of working on the paddock was definitely an interesting one. It started with me working in there on my own, doing lots and lots of trimming of dead plant life, and I got quite a big area cleared. Then my mum came down one day and helped me with clearing loads of branches that had grown into the field over the fencing that needed to be cleared to allow for the field shelter to be put in. And then we also got our new piece of equipment, which was a big petrol strimmer. I was very excited by this strimmer because apparently it was literally going to obliterate anything in its path, which sounded like exactly what I needed to tackle these blackberry bushes with. And as you can see here, it did an absolutely fantastic job. It literally did just cut straight through them, and we made loads of progress for all of about 3 hours until it died. When I say it died, I don't mean it died in terms of needing more fuel, I mean it literally fell to bits. I wish that was the biggest tragedy of the week, but it wasn't. More to come on that soon. So I got back to it with the small strimmer, which to be fair does a great job, to say that it's just a little battery powered one. And as you can see, we made quite a lot of progress clearing things. This was a clip from when the strimmer was still alive, just before it died. So at the end of the week, we started to move the field shelter. This is where everything really went wrong. So my brother-in-law came to help, and he's a joiner, so he thought he'd be able to do it pretty easily. Spoiler alert, it was not easy. It was absolutely covered in nails instead of screws, and it took us ages to get it apart, but we did eventually manage to do so. So by the time we'd spent several hours ripping nails out of it, this is what we were left with, and we started to move the shelter, which we then realised was going to be far harder than we thought it was, and we needed a lot of help to move the panel. Ultimately, it was too hard, it took far too long, and ultimately we had to give up. Everyone had to go home, so I now have half a field shelter in my field and half a field shelter in the new field, which we are slowly moving over. Fingers crossed, week 3 goes a little bit more to plan.